Hello everybody, Rokamoxin here, and welcome to the Week 3 battle for the Paldea United Draft League. This week we're going to be fighting Spaghetti. The wonderful Spaghetti. He is got the team going of Great Tusk, Ogre Upon Hearthflame, Kilowattrel, Hatrine, Iron Crown, Milotic, Lucario, Persian, Weezing Galar, and Hawlucha. A very, very interesting team, and a very scary team, especially because of the Terra Kilowattrel and Lucario. And the other big reason is that Kilowattrel being one of the only Pokemon that outspeeds all of my incredibly fast Mons. So, trying to play around Kilowattrel is going to be pretty difficult. And then, Hawlucha getting an Unburden boost is going to make things incredibly hard as well. But I have a few ideas on just what we're going to be doing to take care of some of the Mons here. Because it's going to be... I've got a few ideas that end up working out for the better. So my first thought was, well, what if I bring in Didi to try and, terrain battle him? To try and, keep the terrain on my side so that his Hawlucha can never get the boost. But I decided, well, what if his Hawlucha just doesn't have the seed? What if it's like White Herb Close Combat? All of my work would be for naught, unless I can keep my terrain up and proc my Sneasler seed. So I took that, and I threw it out the window. As I'm not running Indeedee this week, as much as I thought it wouldn't be all that bad into Terra Lucario. I thought that, Lucario likes running extreme speed on the physical sword stance sets. And I thought, that'd end up being pretty good into it. But I decided against it. Because I think if he's going to run Lucario instead of Kilowattrel, that just honestly makes things a lot easier for me because I can outspeed a Lucario a lot easier. And I can deal with a Lucario a lot easier than a Kilowattrel. But the big thing that I decided on is my Sneasler set this week, because I am bringing Sneasler. So going through the team real fast, we've got Avlug, who is one of my answers to Hawlucha. He's not going to be my main answer to Hawlucha, but it is going to be an answer to Hawlucha that I have. With the Terra Poison, I basically take very little damage, and I can easily deal with Hawlucha. I can remove the hazards that he might bring with the heavy-duty boots, and with Sturdy, I can always just live a hit. Ice Spinner also can remove terrain as well, so if he doesn't have... if he is a seed Hawlucha, and I remove the terrain before Hawlucha comes in, then, he can't get the Unburden boost, which could end up working out very well for me. Next up is going to be one of my two sweepers this week. I don't know when I'll be able to get in Salamence here, but Salamence is a Dragon Dance set. Dual Wing Beat Earthquake kind of hit his entire team pretty well. And then Tempered Flare's just there just because I didn't know what else to run. And I don't think Roost is going to be all that useful, unfortunately, because if I'm taking hits, I probably won't be able to heal them back up all that well. Although Salamence does have some really nice bulk. But the big thing here, though, is if he does get his Hawlucha set up with the Unburden boost, Sneasler here can deal with that. This Sneasler set is very interesting. Endure Weakness Policy, so I can fight a lot of different Mons, thanks to Enduring, proccing the Unburden, and proccing Weakness Policy. So it is pretty much just a way for me to be able to get the speed boost while getting an attack boost. It's kind of the opposite of a Sword Stance Focus Sash, but it's a lot easier for me to proc weakness policy against his team and the mons that he will most likely be running. So with that, if I do proc the weakness policy and unburden onto Hawlucha, I now outspeed Hawlucha and I reverse sweep. I take out the Hawlucha with acrobatics, and Lucario would be his only form of priority. So even if, like, Lucario comes in, I can preserve Sneasler because Sneasler is still very fast, hits really hard with Dire Claw, Close Combat, and Acrobatics. So I can still preserve Sneasler. And it should end up working out pretty well. Next up on the team is Meowscarada. This is my Pivot and Great Tusk answer. Flower Trek knockoff, Grass Knot for Great Tusk. Because this, oh my god. This amount of special attack with Grass Knot, kind of coin flips a full HP, no HP Great Tusk. But it is also kind of possible that Great Tusk might end up being like a physically defensive one, if it is, or like, I can just deal with an offensive one. So, Meowscarada can deal a really good amount of damage, and then I have my Wall Core, or the rest of my Wall Core in Empoleon, especially defensive, Surf, Lip Turn, Stealth Rot's Roost. Kind of bog standard, but this thing can deal with Iron Crown. This thing comes in on Iron Crown all the time. And can come in on Kilowattrel if needed. Then my last mon is Gardevoir here, also a specially defensive set. Trace. This thing can Gardevoir here can deal with Kilowattrel. With Trace, if it's Volt Absorb, I can come in, Trace the Volt Absorb, and now Kilowattrel can't use the electric type moves. And so I can also play around that as well, making sure that, like, if it's a Volt Absorb or competitive as well, I can also figure that out. Will-O-Wisp, Wish, Protect, still very good, solid move pool. So we are going to be going into this, and good luck to my opponent. Okay, so no Lucario, but he does have the Wheezing Hawlucha. He does have Great Tusk, he does have Hatterene, and he does have Iron Crown. So he's got a lot of psychic power here. With the Hatterene Iron Crown, and he's got just a lot of fighting power with Hawlucha Great Tusk. But yeah, so he does have the Kilowattrel. That's kind of what I was expecting over the Lucario, because Kilowattrel outspeeds my entire team. His hazard setters are the Great Tusk, the Wheezing. Okay, so yeah, just Great Tusk and Wheezing, and then his hazard removal is also Great Tusk Wheezing. So, I don't know if he'll lead Great Tusk, but Meowscarada is going to be my lead into the almost anything. The only bad lead would be if he leads Kilowattrel. The only bad lead is if he leads Kilowattrel. That's just an immediate Gardevoir swap, unfortunately. Yeah, Gardevoir always comes in on Kilowattrel, and Empoleon's almost always going to come in on Iron Crown and Hatterene, so, I want to keep them as healthy as possible. But I honestly do think that if I play correctly, I have a very winnable matchup here. But this will also tell me if it's Volt Absorb or competitive. I'm imagining that it would have been Volt Absorb to deal with my Raikou, but I'm not 100% sure. It's also the reason why I didn't bring Raikou was because of Kilowattrel. He's just playing smart, and I'm using electric moves a lot. Kilowattrel just comes in, heals back up, and now, outspeeds me, so. With the Terra on the Kilowattrel as well. What are its Terras? It is Flying Ground Ice. So it is competitive, okay. That crit is unfortunate. So it's not Volt Absorb. So I could have actually brought Raikou then. But, that crit was crazy, though. Hold on. I want to see if this is specs or not. Kilowattrel, say choice specs. So, Volt Switch on a crit. So yeah, that is most likely specs Kilowattrel. I've never fought Iron Crown before, though, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, man, he's... the momentums that he's getting from the Volt Switch is... So... With Specs Kilowattrel, does take out Empoleon. The specs on this thing is the problem. Flying Ground Ice. Okay, so yeah, I did live the crit. Okay. Or I wouldn't have lived the crit. Okay. But this thing being choice specs, isn't too bad. He can really go into whatever he wants now, except for probably Hatterene or the Weezing. Iron Crown, okay. I'm just gonna let Empoleon go down, unfortunately. I need Gardevoir, I think, a little bit more than Empoleon. But depending on what he goes into here, Kilowattrel. He's got to be Terra Ice. That's a good question. Sneasler. Oh, Silence. Everything just hurts so much from this Kilowattrel. Okay. Finally, I'm in a spot where I can maybe do something. This team's super offensive, though. I'm curious. Iron Crown. Tachyon Cutter. Okay. I think the biggest problem would be if Great Tusk comes in right now. I think that's my only worries if Great Tusk comes in. The Wish, though, was super, super good. Very smart of him, though, to keep up the pressure instead of like going into Wheezing or Great Tusk to try and maybe get rid of the rocks, because he's still putting me on the back foot. If he were to try and slow down his momentum, he'd put me into a very good spot. I was able to get pretty lucky into getting into the spot that I'm in right now. I'm shocked that he didn't Volt Switch, though. He just did a hard switch. Okay, so this is not Scarf Iron Crown, at least. I'm not sure what he'll go into. Maybe Hatterene. Because Hatterene's very bulky. Yep. So I just need to get in damage here. This will also tell me if it's defensive or not. If it's not defensive, how much do I do? A good amount. So yeah, this will tell me if it's defensive or not. It's most likely max HP at least. So 35, 39. And then Draining Kiss takes me out. So yeah, did 61. So yeah, at least max special attack. So yeah, that did 35, 39. So that means Meowscarada could come in and do some damage, but not enough, so... Do I predict Iron Crown coming in? I might have to. Yeah, I very much have to. I have to make the aggressive read. If I don't make the aggressive read, I'm losing right here. Because if I just Dire Claw, Iron Crown comes in, soaks up the Dire Claw, and just sweeps through my entire team. Ah. Oh. I was not expecting the Trick Room. Dang though, if I had just Dire Clawed. I played it aggressive, and I think the aggressive play was the right play. So yeah, it's Trick Room, Calm Mind. That's really scary. He's got a Draining Kiss at some point. Yeah. You know, game, I'd love it if I got a special attack drop. Yeah, special attack drop. I don't know why I did Nice Spinner there. I've got an idea. My only worry. My only worry is Great Tusk. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Come on, Sneasler. Come on, Sneasler. I need to hope that it's not a Rocky Helmet Great Tusk. That did nothing. Wait, what? Oh my god, that does nothing. Christ. Well, that's unfortunate. I honestly thought that Sneasler was just going to carry that and just reverse sweep. Damn. That's an unfortunate loss, though. Yeah, Specs Killa was really, really hard to play around at the start there. Dang. I thought that Sneasler would take that out. Did Sneasler have anything that could have maybe have taken that out? I would not have run Metal Claw. Would Metal Claw have done it, though? I just have to. I just want to see. No, it would not have. It's way too weak. But, good game to my opponent, though. That was really, really hard to play into. I honestly did think that Sneasel was just about to clean up there, but yeah, I thought that I thought that Wheezing was going to just take a lot more damage to that, but I guess not. I guess 120 defense will do that, even at the +2. Dang though, dang. Actually, that wasn't even full defense. No, that was not at all. Yeah, that was some defense though, but yeah. But yeah. Hope that you all enjoyed that battle. I'm really gonna have to put the pedal to the metal for next week, though. I'm gonna have to do my best, really. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that battle, and I will see you all next week. Have yourselves a good one.